Okay, look, I just bought this boat for half what it's worth. How did I do it? Well, it's been sitting out of the water for 3 years. There is a ton of work to do, but where do you start? Where do you look? Do you even have the skills to do this? Those are some of the things I'm gonna cover in this series of refit videos. I'm gonna take you guys through every single step, every single thing I do to get the boat from sitting on the hard for 3 years to actively cruising in the Caribbean. You're gonna wanna watch this one.
My name is James Evenson. I'm a mechanic, a musician, and a round-the-world sailor. 4 years ago, I'd sold everything and made some interesting life choices. I bought a catamaran, built a hardtop, sailed to Cuba, painted shark's teeth on the front of the cat, met a girl, lost a rudder, built a rudder in a shed, lost the other rudder, built a rudder on the beach, dressed in drag, made coffee in a sock, dressed in drag again, sailed to Easter Island, sank the dinghy, sailed to Pitcairn, sank the dinghy again, sailed to French Polynesia, sank the dinghy one more time, got a new dinghy.
I meant to do that.
Sailed to Hawaii, shipwrecked in Hawaii, rode the catamaran down the street at 3 o'clock in the morning, wrote some magazine articles, started a Kickstarter campaign, broke up with the girl, flew to Curacao, and now I'm finally grinding my way back to life on the water and my next adventure.
So the first thing I did was clean the boat and inventory it and throw away anything that was not useful to me or that was so old that it was just messed up. If you don't know, I'd say keep it and then you can deal with it later, unless it's a catamaran. If it's a catamaran, you got to worry about weight, then make a real good decision there. Don't keep a bunch of bullshit. You don't need it. Now that you've had an inventory, okay, I have these tools, I need this, I have these spares. Through holes. You got to look at the through holes. Every single one of them. Make sure they're all moved correctly, make sure they're not seized. You can put some penetrating oil in them if you need. Scrape the outside of them, make sure they're not pink on both the interior and exterior of the connections to make sure that there's no electrolysis that's ruined those valves. So this is all the through holes on my boat. It's a list of all of them. If you can make one of these, or if you have one of these, you absolutely need this. So we're gonna walk through this boat together. We're gonna check every single one of these through holes, and we're gonna make sure it works. We're gonna make sure it shuts all the way. And if it doesn't move smoothly, or shut all the way, or open all the way, we're gonna replace it. Unfortunately, this boat has British standard pipe thread in the entire boat because it was made in Great Britain, and I can only get the American NPT connections here in Curacao, even though it's in Netherlands Antilles. So whatever valves that we find that are seized or that don't close and open properly, we're gonna have to replace the through hole also. But the through holes, most of them are original to the boat, so it won't be that bad. Okay, let's go. All right, there's a depth transducer, a log transducer, and a toilet inlet seacock right in the front of the boat, which is right here. So let's see under here, under that panel, what's going on there. Okay, this is what we have. We have the transducer here with a little cover, and another transducer that can go in here, and then we have the seacock. So the seacock opens all the way. Uh-oh. It should be fully open like this, fully shut like this. This one goes a little too far, so we'll see about replacing this one, and it's got a bung. Sometimes these little plugs, if they're sitting in the water for a long time, they get super waterlogged. And if they are that way, you need to change it out. So that needs to be wire tied back to the valve. Okay, next one back is the toilet outlet and the holding tank outlet.
Under the sink in the forward head, we find the toilet outlet valve. This is a 1.5 inch valve and is actually in pretty good shape. It moves fairly easily. Could use some grease though. Just aft of that is the shower. If we lift up the seat, we find the holding tank through-hole valve. This is a big 2-inch valve and the biggest one under the water on the whole boat. This valve is seized shut. Why did this happen? Well, let's look at the holding tank. It's a stainless steel holding tank, tested in '97, pretty old. Ah, that's why. Look at that. There's corrosion on the tank, it's probably leaking. The owner shut the valve, never used the tank. So this presents a bit of a problem because we don't know if it's full, empty, how old it is, how long it's been sitting there. Basically, everything needs to be changed out, that entire system. Okay, next up is the water maker inlet, the shower outlet, the electric bilge pump outlet, and the water maker outlet. So 3 behind the settee and 1 under the center floorboard. Right under this cover is the water maker outlet. Easily accessible. Looks like it was added. It's not original. And it moves pretty easily. Not quite so accessible are the other 3 valves. These ones are actually above the water line, so they're not as big a deal. Inside the boat, you can see from outside where the through holes are, and then you'll know exactly where the boat sits in the water from inside the boat. So all 3 of these move really easily. No need to change them. They're good to go. They all have bungs wire tied to them, though I need to change the wire.
Okay, we've just seen these 2 and that one. Next is under the sink, and there's 4 under here. So that will be here.
Okay, there's a bunch of through holes here. There's 4 under the floor and 2 under the sink. I've actually cheated and taken this one off already because the through hole valve was completely seized. And the through hole looks okay, but because the pipe thread doesn't match, I'm gonna have to change the through hole anyway.
Okay, here's the 2 through holes under the sink. One is 1/2 inch, one is 3/4 inch, and they both show no signs of corrosion or galvanic corrosion. No pinkness, no nothing. So I think I'm just gonna change. I mean, they still work actually too. They're just rusty. So I think I'm just gonna, this one's a little sticky, but you can see the ball in there. I think I'm just gonna change this hardware, leave the through hole, because the through hole's glassed in. I checked the outside, checked the inside. There's no signs of any galvanic corrosion. So through holes stand, valves are being removed and changed. So this, I think too, we'll see. Maybe I can reuse that piece. You know, any little piece, the more you save. But like this is super pink, and this needs to be changed. Yeah, that's pink. See that? So that's a through hole that needs to be changed. There's 4 of these. Luckily, with 1/2 inch and with 3/4 inch, the BSP and the NPT threads actually match. So you can reuse this with the existing through hole. With the 1.5 inch ones and 1.25 inch ones, you have to change the through hole too, because the pitch is different on the threads. So hardware, through hole, and hardware. I'm so glad I'm checking these through holes. Look at this. This is one of those problems you find when you look. Check it out. So this looks okay to you, right? Looks kind of like a, oh, wait a minute. Oh, it was just sitting on top. That's under the water line, people. That is dangerous. Just one little shake, boom. Okay, so we just checked all of these. Next in our list is these. We've got the 2 main bilge pump outlets right here. These 2 and this one. So there should be 3. Cockpit drain, bilge pump outlet, bilge pump outlet. So let's go check those 3. Okay, first one is the manual bilge pump outlet. This ball valve is completely seized, and you can see I've already taken it apart, and it's full of, I don't even know what this is. This is like bugs or something. It's disgusting. It's been in there a long time. So this is gonna have to come out. The through hole is gonna have to be replaced. Okay, moving one after this. I've already cheated again and removed the hardware. I see no signs of galvanic corrosion, but this needs to come off, and the whole through hole needs to be changed because the threads won't match the new gear. Okay, next, working our way back, we've got the cockpit drain. That gets completely in the way from this. What the hell? Why would you set it up like that? That's so stupid. You're gonna break this thing to get it. Man, what the hell? Well, okay. I'm probably gonna have to take this apart to be able to test this valve, and then break it to be able to close it. Who did that? This just needs to move over. This needs to move over like another. Or this needs to bend. I could probably just bend this. There we go. Okay, that's pretty good. I think that's probably fine. Let's just see what it looks like from the outside. Okay, here's the first one. This is a stainless steel valve, and it looks to be in really good shape. Boom. Boom. Okay, cool. We're gonna close it. And then there's this one. This one looks in really bad shape, but it still does open and shut. I'm probably gonna change that just because it looks like crap. This is the greasing for the cable steering. Let's check that last one in the back here. Okay, and this is the last one. It's the toilet outlet. Looks like it's moving. So maybe I don't have to replace that one.
Well, this just happened. Every single one of these valves is bad. Stuck, sticky, dezinkified. Just after I made that video, I ended up breaking off this through hole. That's the one you were just seeing me work on. It broke off right at the valve. And then I went and tested a couple more, just a little bit, you know. Boom, broke another one. Boom, broke another one. So with all of the sticky valves and all of the broken ones now, I'm just gonna replace every single one of them. I'm not gonna film outside, it's thunder and rain outside, to show you the ball valves, but if you look at this one, you can see the ball valve partially open, and this ball valve handle was all the way shut. So what you're gonna wanna do is just go underneath the boat with a light and look up in there and make sure every single one of those ball valves are actually shut on your boat, because the valve handle doesn't always tell the truth. You can have a diver do this if the boat's in the water, but it's a lot easier to do if it's out of the water. That's something to look for when you're doing your survey and you have to pull the boat out to do the survey. You want to make sure that all those ball valves are shut when they're shut. Spend the time, go in there before you haul the boat out, shut all the ball valves, and then when you haul it out, you look through there and you say, oh, that one's not shut, that one's not shut. You know, that'll give you some negotiating room anyway. But as far as this boat, all the through holes are gonna be new. At least below the water line. There's like 20 through holes in this boat. There's 16 through holes below the water line. Oyster, come on, man. 16 through holes? Don't you think that's a little excessive? So one of the things about owning a boat, people, is you gotta make it safe, whatever the cost. And it's not something you wanna overlook.
Okay guys, so we're gonna do something cool. We're gonna give Scott a call. He won the week on the boat last week with the boat tour, and purposefully didn't tell him because I wanted it to be a surprise. So we're gonna call him and see if he was surprised.
Hello.
Hi, is this Scott?
Hi, yes it is.
Hi Scott, this is...
Sounds like James.
Yeah man, this is James from Zingaro. How you doing, buddy?
I'm pretty good, and you?
Good. All right, so are you...
Something on... Sorry.
Are you excited?
I'm very excited. Super excited.
Good, brother.
I saw something yesterday. I was chuckling because apparently I'm from Alabama.
Yeah, I only got 2 letters and it just didn't... I mean, I had so many letters and numbers in front of me and stuff, yeah. I was...
Yeah, no, I got it.
I was looking at that afterwards. Yeah, but I specifically didn't call you or write you because I wanted it to be a surprise. I'm glad that you saw the video, and were you freaking out when you saw it?
I was definitely had a smile from ear to ear. So freaking out, yeah, sure, that works.
All right, cool, man. Well, I'm really looking forward to meeting you and having you on the boat. And
Okay, cool, Bean. Is it just me, or can I bring my girlfriend?
no, bring your girl. Hell yeah.
Cool. Okay. I'm not too sure how much she's into it, like, but in theory she is.
Yeah. You guys have a cabin for a week, so
Cool.
I'd leave all the 5 dogs at home.
Well, and you know what? That is kind of what slows us down a little bit.
Yeah, I bet.
Actually, I haven't probably watched. I was trying to think. When did I start watching you? Not that you know that answer, but it was early on in your Caribbean. Like, I don't think I saw your first couple, and it was probably a month or 2 into your YouTube channel.
Wow, you've been watching me that long. That's awesome. Then that you get to come down and share. That's really cool. I'm super happy that you won that, Med.
Cool. And I became a patron today too.
Oh yeah.
I was just, you know, on Kickstarter, I really wanted to help. So, and I do other Kickstarter things. So I thought, well, you know, as soon as I saw it, I wanted to reach out and see what I could do to help. So.
Man, I really appreciate that. That's so cool. I feel so blessed that I've got so much love and a huge community of people that really want me to succeed and want to help, and that's really cool. I dig it a lot.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because, you know, I think that's part of it is, you know, people watch the YouTube and, you know, you guys, you know, for us being the audience, sometimes we feel like friends already because you guys share so much, right?
Yeah.
And probably lots of you guys don't, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm blabbing, so.
Well, I'll get to meet you then. I'm looking forward to it, man. Really, I can't wait to share it with you. This boat is really nice. I think you'll really like it.
I was watching the video. I probably watched the video 2 or 3 times actually.
Yeah.
So I was liking the look. I've always been more of a cat person than a monohull, not having really sailed, you know, a monohull too much.
Yeah.
But, you know, that's always been, you know, I have a small Nacra, if you're familiar.
Oh, cool. Yeah, those are awesome, dude. I love those boats. Really good boats.
Little rocket ship.
Yeah.
By the way, it's snowing here today.
Oh, is it really?
Just, I know you're probably, 30 degrees there or something?
Oh, it's got to be.
It's
got to be 28, 30 degrees, something like that right now. It's 8:30 at night.
Great.
But, well, enjoy the snow, my friend. Keep in touch, and let's pick out a date and a time and a place and get you to the boat.
And if you need some, like, I'm sure you have tons of people offering to help, but, you know, I put my hat in that ring too.
Awesome, dude. Well, I'll be making
labor that is, and crewing and all that type of stuff. But that can work out too. Like I'm
cool, man. Rad.
All game.
Right on. Okay, cool. Talk to you soon, bud.
Well, thanks, James. You have a good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Oh, he seems like a cool guy. Really cool guy. Scott, I'm excited for you, buddy, and I can't wait to share this adventure with you. And for the rest of you, if you'd like to get involved with these raffles for a week on the boat, please become a patron, and I will put your name in the hat. Okay, much love. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is James. Thank you so much for watching my video. If I kept your attention to the end, please consider hitting that like button right there. And if you haven't yet, please mash that subscribe button too. If you'd like to get notifications for when I upload a new video about the refit of the Oyster, please hit the bell right here. One last thing, shirts are back on sale. They're on bonfire.com. If you'd like to get yourself one, please go to the link in the top of the description. Have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching. Much love.